Aviktas signage is up, season passes are changing, and Blackpool's just fired something into space. Yep, that's it what I said. Right, let's start with the obvious thing here, and that is that some signage has been put up around the Aviktas construction site. Now, you've probably seen it online. I posted it on Facebook and Instagram. Digital Dan put it in his video. And for those of us who are kind of familiar with the park, there's nothing really new here. They've got the logo in the centre, they've got a snake's head at one end, and they've got the snake's tail at the other end. But obviously this is to get some excitement going amongst the general public who probably don't know what is happening behind that construction wall. Now, interestingly, there's rumours floating around about when the hardware is going to turn up. And what I've heard, again, not confirmed in any shape or form, is that hardware will turn up around about November, which is kind of when the park closes, so don't expect to see anything prior to the park closing. There's still quite a lot for them to do. Obviously, they've cleared away the bolodrome, which is fantastic, and they're starting to level it out, but they do have a lot of foundation work to do to put this in. Which ties into the next thing, because they sent around an email about being part of the park's history. Basically what they're wanting people to do is to write letters that they will put in a time capsule and bury in the foundations of Aviktas. Now obviously, we hope that Aviktas is going to be around for many, many years, so God knows when this will be dug up. And it's quite quirky. It's obviously very old school to write a letter on paper, but I guess you can't really put it on a USB stick because in 100 years time a USB stick might not work. In any case, if you want to take part in this one, I will put details down below. Basically you have to just send them an email and they will take care of it for you. Right, the next one is that the park has now launched their 2026 season pass. And there's a few things here. There's some changes and currently there is a promotion. Now, at the time of recording, it is down to £125 for the season pass. They say it's for a limited time. I can't find anywhere that says when the limited time is up. So if this is something you're interested in, and it's kind of around about payday right now, I wouldn't hang about because the price probably will go back up to the 250 quid or whatever it is. Which interestingly, they are still selling 2025 season passes for full price when there's only like, what, 3 months left? Which seems a little bit daft. Like, it's different when you get the Merlin pass because it's valid for 12 months. So if you buy it later in the year, it lasts into the next year. Whereas the Blackpool one is just literally for that season. So if you don't buy it at the start of the year, you're basically losing money. Now they do have the sort of shorter passes, so there's still the autumn pass, which I think is £88. So if you were going to do something this year, that's probably a better deal. But anyway, getting back to the 2026 one, so they're obviously at this reduced price for a period, which is great. I've bought 2 already. I don't know, obviously we don't need a physical card these days because everything can be done through the app, including using it for the international trips, which I can't find a page on the website specifically around the 2026 pass. If you go to buy a season pass, you'll see them. So I'm assuming that the usual benefits still exist and the international parks will be there. If I do find it when I'm editing, I will put it on screen. But you don't need a physical card for that. However, on the website, the design of the card for 2026 looks quite cool. It's got Aviktas in it, so I might very well pick up a physical card next year. I haven't got one this year because I've not needed it. But I think next year, if there is a design change, I will get a physical card. In addition to that though, they've also got a Nickelodeon season pass, which I don't think we've had before. Pretty sure that is new. Obviously the Nickelodeon ticket is new, so yeah, that's obviously staying around for a little bit, which frustratingly does mean that the scanners ain't going anywhere, because if they are going to continue to have different tickets where you're eligible for different rides, they're going to need that mechanism to validate your access to rides. And before anyone says it, I'm with you. I would love them to bring back paper ride. Technically the system's there already, right? They have the scanners, they just need a mechanism. They could do it in the app. You could just top up credits in the app, scan the QR code, job done. They've not announced that. Who knows if they will, but they're at least willing to try some new stuff. So there is the Nickelodeon season pass for £99. I don't think that is on offer. I think that is just the price of it. Interestingly, the non-rider season pass that we got for a very, very short period last year hasn't appeared. Now personally, I don't know if it will. Some people have pointed out it was late in arriving last season, but it was obviously only around for a very short period and then they got rid of it. I don't think that that's a particularly common season pass, right? I get that a lot of people want the ability to get into the park as a non-rider. I just don't know how many people would get a season pass for that. It's more of a, you're in Blackpool, you're popping in for the day, you've got somebody in the group that doesn't want to ride, so the day ticket makes a lot more sense to me. And yes, I still think it's far too expensive at 20 quid, but they don't have the non-rider season pass, so I don't know if that is coming back or not. But in any case, if you are looking for a season pass, I'd probably take advantage of that deal whilst you can. Right, I do have a tiny little favour to ask of you, and to those of you who've already done this, thank you so much. But many of you will know I have been voted in the UK Theme Park Awards as one of the best developing content creators. And that closes on the 1st of September, so there's only a couple of days left to get your votes in. So if you haven't done that, please go and vote. Right, the next thing is, I said at the start of this that Blackpool has launched something into space. Some of you may remember they were doing a thing recently where they asked people to send in little video messages because they were going to broadcast from space. I personally didn't take part in that one, partly because I forgot all about it, but basically they have teamed up with another company and sent a tablet up into space with all of those messages on it. And there's some footage here of that tablet floating above Earth, playing everybody's messages.
Hello universe, my favourite place on Earth.
Pleasure Beach Resort!
Blackpool!
Guys, I told you I was scared of heights.
We've been launched into outer space now, but for over a century Blackpool Pleasure Beach have given us so much fun.
It looks like it's on a cheap tablet, probably an Android, so chances are the battery's dead already. But you never know, maybe some aliens will find that and go, I must get myself to Blackpool. Right, so the only thing left then is Wallace and Gromit. As you know, they are putting in some new stuff for the latest film, and so far there's been no sign of it. Now I think rumours are that the stuff is on site. I know when I've spoken to Andy Highgate, the studio that does the Aardman, whatever the animation lot are, they've approved all the stuff, or they've checked it all, or they are checking it all. So, you know, the stuff should be there on site, and hopefully we'll get it soon. I suspect they were just waiting for the summer to be over so they can close the ride, because although I've said before, I think they could do it kind of out of hours, if you will, because it's a dark ride, right? So they could be installing stuff and just not turn the lights on, and you'd just go past new scenes and not know. But yeah, I suspect we're going to see this soon. I don't know how long the ride will be closed for. I imagine it'll be quite a quick turnaround, but hopefully as soon as there's some news, I'll try and get down there and share it with you, because it is one of the few things that you can get a POV of in Blackpool. But there you go, that is an update on everything that's going on. Aviktas, cannot wait to get on that. Some new pass options, stuff getting chucked into space. If you want to be part of their history, make sure you write a letter to be in the foundations of Aviktas. And of course, if there's any more news, I will share it with you. As always, if you've enjoyed this one, hit that like button and please do subscribe. I've been Chris, you've been watching Coaster Dad, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.